Thank you, James. So everybody that's here, want to start off and let's make this conversational. We got 10 minutes here, so I'm going to get as tactical as possible. I have a couple slides that I will be sharing as well. Again, any questions that you have, any concerns that you have, please put those in the chat. I will make sure to address those as concisely as I can with the time that we have here. And also as well, as I go into this, we're going to be talking about how to break through the noise. And as of right now, one of the hardest things to do from a sales leader perspective, from an individual contributor perspective is one, as a sales rep, how do I break through this noise? And then two, as a leader, how do I guide people with a framework and structure to break through that noise as well? So, what I'll ask right here real quick, just so everyone knows, make sure that we're all here in the chat. Where are you guys tuning in from today in this session? If you can put that in the chat, whether it's, hey, I'm tuning in from the UK, I'm tuning in from the States, I'm tuning in from, who knows, India, who knows? But the thing is, put that in the chat for me. That's just super helpful, again, as we all engage here, again, so we can definitely have all the stuff we're talking about here. So we see Poland. I see shout out to India. Shout out to the UK, man. I miss the UK, man. I miss y'all over there. So we got a lot of people tuning in from a lot of places. Shout out to Toronto. That's like an hour and a half from me. So again, everyone here, we're talking about a lot of different things. And, again, let's get into it. I just want to understand where everyone's at, because I know each industry is going to be different. Each region is going to be different. So I always want to know that. So again, I'm going to hop right into this, right? So what everyone is thinking about right now is, okay, how do I get through the noise right now? How am I able to do this? And so what I'm going to share with you all today and what I'm going to guide you all through is how can you break through the noise? What's the structure? What's the process that you can have? And one thing that I want to share with you all is this. So video. Okay, if you're not incorporating video in your sales process right now, if you as a leader aren't asking all your other people to do the same thing, this is something I would highly consider for you to do. And here's the stat to show you what's going on. So 8 out of 10 people that purchase a piece of software or app have watched a brand's video. And so now we're moving into a world that's more focused on that personal brand, which is you as a sales rep, or again, as a leader, looking at how can I get my reps to break through this noise? And so now what we have to think about is, what are the new channels? What are the different ways? So video is a great way to break through the noise through social, where most people are sitting at home, not doing anything, right? So if you send them a video, they're more willing to engage with you. So I just want to show the stat right here in the beginning. Some people are like, I don't know how to break through the noise. I don't know how I'm going to be able to do this, right? Video is the way to go about it. And this is something I want you all to write down right now, whether you're taking notes in your laptop, you're taking notes in your notebook. This right here is what is very important. 7, 38, 55. 7% is spoken word. That's like an email you would send out to someone. So that's nonverbal. Then the rest is verbal. 38% is voice and tone. You guys can hear how I'm interjecting. You guys can hear confidence I'm displaying as I'm talking to you all, right? That's important, because sales is the transfer of enthusiasm. So write that down. That's really key. Sales is the transfer of enthusiasm. If you are not confident as a seller, how are you going to expect your prospect to be confident and enthusiastic about talking to you? So remember that. And then 55% is body language. So right now, as a rep, let's say that you were in the field. Let's say you're used to doing face-to-face events. Let's say you're used to going to events like, this right now. This was supposed to be in person. Right now, we're doing it virtual. Body language. You're going to be able to convert more meetings. You're going to be able to sell more if you're in person. We all know that. The thing is that that's been taken away from us now. We don't have that capability until, a long time from now. So the goal here is that the video replaces the face-to-face. So now your videos are going to translate into a virtual handshake. And Martin, you said this stat here, and I want to amplify what you said there. You said our brain processes visuals almost 60,000 times faster than text. I want to give you guys another stat on that. So if you send someone a video, they retain that information 95% more. Text is only 10% retention rate. So when you're sending out a video, that's how you break through the noise. It's going to stand out. People are going to really willing to engage with you more, and you're going to have a better conversation. And, Mark, you asked a question here. If you're breaking into a new vertical, what's the best strategy to tease out the gaps that exist that prevent a sale? That there's a lot that goes into that. I think the best way that you're going to be able to do that is talking to maybe clients as you go into that new vertical, asking for informational interviews, figuring out what the gaps are. And then from those informational interviews and getting that content, then you're able to address those gaps based on what you got. So that's something I would say there. Now, again, what you guys are here for, you guys are trying to figure out how do you break through the noise. And so this right here is how you do it, right? So I mentioned that 7:38, 55. 55 is body language, right? How do I talk to someone, even though I'm not in person with them? How do I talk to them via a video like this right here? So going back to the chat, right? Put a 1 for me if you guys have never heard of LinkedIn video message before, if you had no idea this was even a thing. So leaders, individual contributors, put a 1 for me if you're like, hey, Morgan, I didn't know you could send LinkedIn videos to people on LinkedIn of the DM. Or maybe you're in the 2 range. Maybe you knew that you could do a LinkedIn video to someone on LinkedIn. Definitely put a 2 there. But, I just want to see where everyone's going on. Peter's got a 0. And Peter, I got you, man. I'm about to give you the tip. So I'm looking on my other screen here. We got Dale, Claire, Angus, Matt, Henry, James, Luke, Russell. Man, we got a lot of people who have never seen this before. So, Joan, this is worldwide. So I've trained teams in EMEA, APAC, Australia, whatever. So they all are using this technique and seeing results. But a lot of people look like they haven't. A lot of people look like they have. So let me give you guys a quick tip on this, as we're having the session, is that on the right, those are my results. So in 5 weeks, I sent out 100 video messages. I got 40 responses in 27 meetings. So how do you break through the noise? You have to disrupt people's patterns. So it's a pattern interrupt for them to engage with you. So this is a 40% reply rate, 27 meeting percent efficiency rate. And then also at the same time, 7 of those turned into closed business. And so the reason I'm showing you all this is this is something, if you're getting nothing else out of what I'm talking about today, this is the key element, is go to your teams and start leveraging these right now, especially as the data is not getting any better, right? And you got a lot of people that aren't engaging via email. Call connect rates are going down. This is what we've seen to be successful for clients that we're training globally, right? This isn't just saying, hey, I'm from the States and it's working. This has been working globally. So the best way to do this, one, is you have to be first degree connected to the prospect. So tip on that, if the best way to connect with people is a blank note. So a blank note basically means you connect with them without a personalized note. That leads to higher connection rates that we've seen from clients across the board. And also, Adam, I'm about to go into that as well. Marco, I'm about to answer that. So you guys are ahead of me here. The best video length is less than 90 seconds. Based on stats we've seen from Vidyard and other video solutions, 45 to 60 seconds is where you want to be. So 45 to 60 seconds is where you want to be. And also to add on top of that as well, what I will say to you as well, and this is important, is that you want to think about this as a movie trailer. The goal with the video is not to sell them on the solution. Right? The goal of this is to break through the noise, right? We're talking about breaking through the noise right now, is to schedule a meeting. The whole goal, if you think about a movie trailer that you've watched, my favorite is Inception, is to get someone intrigued to engage with you. So think about this as less than 90 seconds, 45 to 60 seconds, movie trailer. Then the movie trailer moves into the movie, which is the sales call. So, as we're ending this conversation here, I would definitely pay attention to this. And you can do this through Vidyard. I see people say do video through the laptop. You can also use your mobile phone as well. And the last thing I'll tell you guys on this is follow the 10-30-10 formula. All right, so this is for you as a rep. and this is also for you as a leader, have a structure and a framework to consistently do this. Because if you don't have a formula and a framework, it's not going to work for you, right? So first 10 seconds is you're stating the reason of what you need to do. So I want to get that person's attention. So whether that's finding a trigger on the website that's stating a problem that they're currently going through, you're just going to say, hi, Bob, the reason for my video is, right? You want to state that reason. So again, you're confident and then they're confident as well. And then the 30 seconds is the value prop. So essentially that's the elevator pitch that you could then put that in from your cold calls. And then the last piece is the 10 seconds, which is the call to action. So again, your goal at the end of the day is to make sure you have that 10-30-10 formula that you can consistently break through the noise with. Again, from an individual contributor standpoint and also from a leadership standpoint, that's how you should be thinking about your videos. And last thing I'll add here, as we get out of here, is make sure that you smile when you do these videos. Some people frown, they look upset. And I'm like, yo, that's not going to get you a response. So make sure that you need to smile in front of that as well. And then I know I see the last question before we get out of here is you can do this on your mobile device on LinkedIn. So you can create a mobile video, you can send it out, and then that's a way to do it as well. You can do it natively through LinkedIn, or again, you can use a Vidyard, Loom, Drift. A lot of you guys have different options in there. So, but wanted to, again, share that with you all on how to break through the noise there. And just think about that, like using LinkedIn, use your 10-30-10 formula, and that's how you can see some success. So.